to English class. Students, today we are going to learn a very interesting story. The name of the story is Should Wizard Hit Mummy, which is taken from Vista, lesson number 5 and written by John Updike. Before you read this lesson, here is a story about the world view of a little child and the difficult moral question she raises during the story session with her father. The story revolves around Jack, who is a father to two kids, Joe and Bobby. His wife, Claire, is carrying their third child. Jack had a habit of telling his daughter, Jo, a story every evening and on Saturday afternoon naps. This time, when she was telling her a story, she interrupts him and asks him questions whenever she feels that things are not being told are not right. So Jack now finds himself in a fix and does not know how to resolve Joe's question. Parents feel that children should do or think exactly what they are told. They should believe whatever they are told by their parents. But this is the right attitude. This moral question is raised by the story and left for the reader to decide what should be done. And about the author, John Updike was born in March 18, 1932 and he died in January 27, 2009. Was an American novelist, poet, short story writer, art critic and literary critic. One of only 3 writers to win prize for fiction more than once. Updike published more than 20 novels, more than a dozen short story collections as well as poetry, art and literary criticism and children's books during his career. So here this story starts with the daily routine that Jack had been following for 2 years with his daughter Jo. His daughter was 2 years old when the tradition started and today she was 4 years old. The tradition was that Jack would tell Jo a story out of his mind every day in the evening before going to bed, and also on every Saturday after during her nap time. The issue was that it had been so long that he had been telling her stories that he did not have any ideas for stories left with him. Even Joe did not sleep during the story sessions anymore. So every day when he used to tell her a story, the basic plot of the story used to be same, revolving around Roger, an animal who used to change every day. Roger used to have a problem when she would approach the wise owl for help. She would send him to the wizard. The wizard would solve the Roger's problem, but ask for more pennies than Roger had and would also give him a solution to go and fetch the pennies from a specific place. Then Roger would go to that place, fetch the pennies and would happily go back and play with his friends. After playing happily with his friends, Roger would go back home before it got dark to wait for his father, who would be on the way back from Boston. Then Jack would describe what all Roger and his family had for dinner, then end the story. On this specific Saturday afternoon nap, Jack asked Joe that about which creature did she want to hear a story, to which she replied that a skunk. So Jack started the story with Roger's skunk, who was a very stingy animal. None of his friends liked to play with him. One day he went to the wise owl and shared his problem. The wise owl, then told him to go to visit the wizard. Then the skunk went to the wizard and shared his problem. The wizard then helped him to solve his problem and asked how he wanted to smell. To this, Roger's son replied that he wanted to smell like roses did. With the wizard's magic, he started smelling like roses. Then he did not have enough pennies to pay to the wizard. So wizard told him to go to the magic well, turn around 3 times, and he would find 3 pennies there, which he would fetch and give to the wizard. The son did exactly what was told and got the wizard his pennies. Later he went out and all the other animals gathered around him, as he was smelling very good, but when he went home his mother did not like the smell and asked who had made him smell like that. Roger's son told the whole story to his mom, and his mother said that he liked this smell earlier, and he smelled the way his little son was supposed to smell. So then the son told his mom that the other animals ran away from him because of the foul smell, but his mom said that he didn't care. She took him right back to the wizard. As soon as wizard opened the door, she gave him a one blow to his head with her umbrella, and the wizard changed the son's smell, and he smelled foul again. While going back, the son heard the train coming, and his father was coming on that train. They had dinner together. When the son was about to sleep, his mother came to him and told him that she loved him the way she was there, so no need to change, and the story ended there. Then Joe asked her father whether the animals ran away from the son after that, to which he replied no. All of them had now got used to the way he smelled. Joe did not like the way the son's mother forced him and made him smell foul smell. She wanted that her father should tell her another story the next day in which wizard his mummy back and refuses to change his son's smell back. Then Jack told her that he would see, and the main point of the story was that the son loved his mother more than any other animal in the woods, and that mummy knew what was right for him. He then told her to sleep as her brother was also sleeping. He then closed the door and went downstairs. His wife was painting the chair rail. He heard some footsteps above and then scolded Joe. The footsteps fainted. The Claire asked him that it was a long story, and to that he replied, "The poor kid." Then he watched his wife to do the painting and working, but was very tired to help her. Also, he thought that their marriage was not in a good state, and also that was no solution to it. He also said that he did not feel like talking to her or not touching her. So let's start the lesson now. I have given you the brief summary of this lesson. We will look through into the each paragraph and I explain that. Okay. So I am reading the first paragraph. In the evening and for Saturday naps like today's, Jack told his daughter Joe a story out of his head. This custom began when she was 2 and was itself now nearly 2 years old, and his head felt empty. Each new story was a slight variation of a basic tale. A small creature, usually named Roger, Roger Fish, Roger Squirrel, Roger Chipmunk, had some problem and went with it to the wise old owl. Owl told him to go to the wizard, and the wizard performed a magic spell that solved the problem, demanding in payment a number of pennies greater than the number that Roger creature had, but in the same breath directing the animal to a place where the extra pennies could be found. Then Roger was so happy that he played many games with other creatures and went home to his mother just in time to hear the train whistle that brought his daddy home from Boston. Nap means what? A short sleep, especially during the day. Custom means tradition or trend. Wizard means a man who has magical powers. Magic spell means what? A form of words used as a magical charm. Pennies means what? A small sum of money. Nap means a short sleep, especially during the day. Custom means what? Tradition or trend. Wizard means a man who has magical powers. And wizard means what? A man who has magical powers. Magic spell means what? A form of words used as magical charm. Pennies means what? A small sum of money. Here in this paragraph, first paragraph, he explains that every evening on Saturday afternoon, Naps Jack used to tell his daughter a bedtime story. This habit started when Joe was 2 years old, and now that Joe was 4 years old. Jack did not have any creative ideas for stories. Most of the stories that he used to tell Joe revolved around the same plot concerning an animal named Roger. In every story, Roger used to be different animal with some kind of problem. Then Roger would go to his this wise owl to take help, which would in turn tell him to go to the wizard. Then Roger would take his problem to the wizard, who would help him in exchange for some pennies, mostly a bit more than what Roger had with him. After helping him, the wizard would ask him to go to a certain place to fetch some more pennies, and Roger would do exactly like that. Then, after paying the wizard, Roger would go back and all the animals would start playing with him. He would be very happy later. He would return home just in time to wait for his father, who would be returning from Boston by train. So here, next paragraph. Jack described a supper and the story was over. Working his way through his scheme was especially fatiguing on Saturday because Joe never fell asleep in naps anymore, and knowing this made the ride seem futile. The little girl, not so little anymore, the bumps her feet made under the covers were halfway down the bed, their big double bed that they let her be in and in naps when she was sick, had at last arranged herself. And from the way her fair deep face in the pillow shone in the sunlight shifting through the drawn shades, it did not seem fantastic that some magic would occur, and she would take her nap like an infant of 2. Her brother Bobby was 2 and already asleep with his brother bottle. Jack asked, who shall the story be about today? Roger. Joe squeezed her eyes shut and smiled to the thinking she was thinking. Her eyes opened. Her mother's blue sung, she said firmly, a new animal. They must talk about that about songs at nursery school. Having a fresh hero momentarily stirred Jack to creative enthusiasm. Here, supper means an evening meal, typically a light or informal one. Fatiguing cause means what? Someone to feel exhausted. Rite means what? A social custom, practice, or conventional act. Shone means a past participle of shine. Sung means what? Small cat-sized animal. Stirred means what? Move or cause to move slightly. I repeat, supper means an evening meal, typically a light or informal one. Fatiguing means what? Cause someone to feel exhausted. Rite means what? A social custom, practice, or conventional act. Futile means pointless. And shone means what? Past participle of shine. Sung means a small cat-sized animal. Stirred means what? Move or cause to move. slightly. So in this paragraph, it explains that Jack had now started getting tired of this daily routine because he had run out of ideas for the stories. Also, Joe did not sleep listening to the story anymore. He had started feeling that the practice was just a waste of time and there was no point doing it. He also noticed that Jo had started growing big and that her legs now stretched halfway down the bed when she snuggled in for her story. With all the light coming in from the window over her face that was deep in the pillow, Jack knew that she won't be sleeping soon. Bobby, her baby brother, who was 2 years old, was already sleeping with his bottle in his mouth. When Jack asked Joe that who should be the story be about that day, she thought for a while and replied that she wanted to be of her son. Jack then thought she must have heard about this animal in nursery school and also got enthusiastic as he had a new hero for his story. All right, he said. Once upon a time in the dark, deep woods, there was a tiny little creature by the name of Roger Sung, and he smelled very bad. Yes, Joe said. Joe said, he smelled so bad none of the other little woodland creatures would play with him. Joe looked at him solemnly. She hadn't foreseen this. Whenever he would go out to play, Jack continued with just remembering certain humiliation of his own childhood. All of the other tiny animals would cry. Oh, here comes Roger Stingy sung. Then and they would run away and Roger Sung would stand there all alone and two little tears would fall from his eyes. The corners of Joe's mouth dropped down and her lower lip bent forward as he traced with a forefinger along the side of her nose, of course of one Roger sunk tears. Won't he see the owl? And she asked in a high and faintly roughened voice. Sitting on the bed beside her, felt the covers tuck as her legs switched tensely. He was pleased with his movement. He was telling her something true, something he must know, and had no wish to hurry on. So your woodland means a land covered with trees. Solemnly means what? With a deep sincerity. Foreseen means what? Beware of for beforehand. Just means what? Great enthusiasm and energy. Humiliation means make someone feel ashamed and foolish by injuring their dignity and pride. Stinky means what? Having a strong or unpleasant smell. Tensely means what? Unable to relax because of nervousness and anxiety or stimulation. So I repeat, woodland means what? Land covered with trees. Solemnly means what? With a deep sincerity. Foreseen means what? Beware of beforehand. Just means what? Great enthusiasm and energy. Humiliation means what? Makes someone feel ashamed and foolish by injuring their dignity and pride. Stinky means what? Having a strong or unpleasant smell. Tensely means what? Unable to relax because of nervousness and anxiety or stimulation. This paragraph says that then Jack started the story. The story started with the Roger Sung living in the forest. Jack said that the Roger smelled bad. None of the other animals in the forest liked to play with him. All other animals would start running away whenever he would go out to play. At this time, Jack was recollecting about certain humiliation that he had faced during his childhood. For being foul smelling, then Joe asked whether Roger would see the wise owl. Jack was sitting beside her and noticed that Joe was getting anxious with the story and felt pleased with it. He did not want to hurry or wanted to make the story more intense as he wanted to convey a message through it. Moving to the next paragraph. But downstairs a chair scrapped, and he realized he must get down to help Claire paint the living room woodwork. Well, he walked along very sadly and came to a very big tree. In the tip top of a tree was an enormous, wise old owl. Good, Mr. Owl, Roger Sung said. All the other little animals run away from me because I smell so bad. So you do. The owl said, very, very bad. What can I do? Roger Sung said. And he cried and he cried very hard. The wizard, Joe shouted and sat right up. A little golden book spilled from the bed. Now, Joe, Daddy is telling the story. Do you want to tell Daddy the story? No, you, me. Then lie down and be sleepy. Her head relapsed onto the pillow, and she said, out of your head. Well, the owl thought and thought. At last he said, why don't you go and see the wizard? Daddy, what? Are you magic spell real? This was a new phase, just this last month, a reality phase. When he told her spiders eat bugs, she turned to her mother and asked, do they really? Uh, do they really? And when Claire told her God was in the sky and all around them, she turned to her father and his sister with a sly yet eager smile. Is he really? They are real in stories. Jack answered curtly. She had made him miss a beat in the narrative. The owl said, go through the dark woods under the apple tree, into the swamp, over the creek. What's a creek? A little river. Over the creek there will be a wizard house. And the way Roger Sung went, and pretty soon he came to a little white house. He rapped on the door. So your scrapped means a dark or pull or a sharp implement. Enormous means a large size in very large in size. Eager means what? Keenly expectant or interested. Narrative means a story. Swamp means what? An area of low lying or uncultivated ground where water collects, or bog or marsh. Creek means a small river. Rap means what? Strike. With a series of rapid audible blows, especially in order to attract attention. Relapse means return to less active or a worse state. Curtly means what? Rudely brief in a speech or abrupt in manner. So I repeat, scratch means what? Drag or pull hard or sharp implement. Enormous means a very large in size. Eager means what? Keenly expectant or interested. Narrative means what? A story. A swamp means an area of low lying or uncultivated ground where water collects. Creek means a small river. Rap means a strike on hard surface with a series of rapid audible blows, especially in order to attract attention. Relapse means what? Return to less active or worse state. Cutly means what? Rudely brief in speech or abrupt in manner. So what happened? Suddenly Jack heard a voice downstairs of a chair being pulled and realized that he must go down to help his wife and paint the living room, but had to continue with the story as Joe had not slept yet. So so Jack continued that Roger Sung was sad as he walked. He came across a tree where he saw the wise owl. The son then shared his problem with the wise owl, and the owl started thinking of how he could help this little son. Then Joe started enthusiastically that the wise owl would ask him to go to the wizard, as she had known about the basic plot of the stories her dad used to tell her. Jack got a bit irritated and scolded her and asked her if she wanted to tell the story by herself. Joe denied. Then Jack asked her to lie down peacefully and continue listening to the story. Joe told Jack to tell the story out of his head. Then Jack continued with the story, and the owl told Roger to go and see the wizard for his problem. Then Joe interrupted him and asked if the magic spells that the wizard used were real. When Joe asked this question, Jack realized that Joe was coming into the reality phase and had started asking questions about the things her parents used to tell her. He noticed that he no longer believed her parents blindly and was curious about everything that was told to her. Joe repeated her question, to which Jack replied that the spells were real in stories. He continued with his story that the son went through the story wise owl had asked him to go and reach a white house, knocked on the door. Now moving to the next paragraph. Jack rapped on the windowsill, and under the covers Joe's tall figure clenched in an infantile thrill. And then a tiny little old man came out with a long beard, sort of white beard and pointed blue hat, and said, "Yeah, what you want? You smell awful." Wizard's voice was one of Jack's own favorite effects. He did it by scrunching up his face and somehow winning through his eyes, which felt or the interval roomy. He felt being an old man suited him. "I knew it," Roger Sung said, "and all the little animals ran away from me." The enormous wise owl said, "You could help me." "Yeah, well, maybe. Come on in. Don't get too close." Now inside Joe there were all these magic things, all jumbled together in a dirty, dusty heap, because the wizard did not have any cleaning lady. Why? Why? Because he was a wizard and a very old man. Will he die? No, wizard don't die. Well, he rummaged around and found an old stick called a magic ant wand, asked Roger Sung what he wanted to smell like. Roger thought and said, "Roses, yes, good." Joe said smugly. Jack fixed her with a trance-like gaze and chanted in the wizard's-like gaze and chanted in the wizard's elderly, irritable voice. Abstractibly, Hocus Po, Roger Sung, "How do you do? Roses, bosses, bull and yaw." Roger Sung, "You never fear." Bingo. Bingo, sorry. Sillier means a shelf or slab of stone, wood, or metal at the foot of a window opening or doorway. Clenched means what? Closed in a tight ball. Infantile means what? Childish. Scrunching means making a loud crunching noise. Winning means the making of a long high-pitched cry or sound. Roomy means watery. Jumbled means what? Mixed up in a confused or untidy way. Heap means objects placed haphazardly on the top of each other. Ramaged means what? Search unsystematically and untidily through something. Smugly means what? In a way that shows excessive satisfaction or pride in oneself. Trance means what? A half conscious state. Gaze means look steadily and intently. Chanter means what? Say or shout repeatedly in a sing-song tone. I repeat the hard words here. Sill means a shelf or a slab of stone, wood or metal at the foot of a window, opening or doorway. Clenched means closed into a tight ball. Infantile means what? Childish. Scrunching means what? Make a loud crunching noise. Whining means what? The making of a long high pitched cry or sound. Roomy means what? Watery. Jumbled means what? Mixed up in a confused or untidy way. Heap means object placed haphazardly on top of each other. Rammed means what? Search unsystematically and tiredly through something. And then smugly means in a way that shows excessive satisfaction or pride in oneself. Trance means what? Half conscious state. Gaze means look steadily and intently. Chanter means what? Say or shout repeatedly in a sing-song tone. Here in this paragraph it says that to make the sound effect of how the song knocked the door, Jack knocked on the window sill and Joe was thrilled. Jack continued that the old man with the long white beard and a blue pointed hat came out. Then Jack made his favorite sound effect and continued that the wizard asked Roger what he wanted and that he had a very bad body odor. Then to this Roger replied that he knew that he had smelled bad and told him that all the other animals ran away from him. He also told the wizard that the wise owl had told him that he could help him. Then the old man replied that maybe he could ask Roger Sung to follow him inside and quote, not to get too close. Then Jack describes how the house of the wizard was really dirty from inside because he did not have a cleaning lady, to which Joe asked why was it so. He then replied that because he was a very old man and also a wizard. He did not require any cleaning lady. And then Joe again interrupted and asked that the wizard die, to which again Jack replied that the wizard never died. Then the wizard started looking out for something and took out an old stick called the magic wand, and he asked Roger that he wanted to smell like, and he replied that he wished to smell like roses. Joe was happy about the fact that he wanted to smell like a rose. Then Jack said the magical words in the voice of a wizard. So students, till we are completed in here. We will continue the next with the new paragraph, the next video. Until then, keep practicing, keep learning. Have a good day. Bye from me.